Oloki ololo, oloki oyo A12. Hotspot is not one. Let me be live for even if it's 20 minutes before I go to work. Why is my hotspot not connecting to this phone? No debit for my account. Only credit allowed. No debit for my account. My Wi-Fi is not Wi-Fi. Hi everyone. Funny enough, I cannot see when there is somebody because I'm on the two platforms at the same time. I'm both on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook the same time. So the only way I can see your presence is by commenting. Well, in today's video, I want to talk about schooling in Bahrain. Nessa, I talk about the Gulf, I talk about Bahrain. I put a lot of emphasis in Bahrain because I work and I live here. So I have some little knowledge about things in Bahrain and how, daily life in Bahrain. So I decided to use Bahrain as my niche of topics. Okay, my network is back. So schooling in the kingdom, because first of all, Bahrain is one of the first step countries in the region to introduce formal education. There's actually a British university here. Like the schooling is good, but I'm putting emphasis on my expatriates. Like let me keep this phone down and talk to my viewers before. Okay, 1 minute, guys. I always come and I feel distracted. Okay. Why is the network making like this today? Okay, so in today's life, I'm talking about schooling in Bahrain. Guys, schooling, there's advantage and disadvantage in everything, but remember, I'm talking to my expatriates, like to us Africans, because my videos are mostly for them. Everybody has his or her own way that they want to live. Now, schooling here is a good thing because you have British schools, you have people who are educated. Like, actually, these people are educated. Where I work, there is a lady there. Like, I work like beside the gym. So in this gym, this lady was talking to me and her English was so clear. Then I asked her, "You're Bahraini?" She said yes. I said, "And your English is this clear?" She said yes. I said, because I know that a lot of Arabs, their English are not this clear. I asked her, "Do you school in UK or anything?" She said no. It's just here. She has been here all her life. If she's going out, she's going maybe for visiting birds. This is where she has been living, and this is where she has, literally spent all her time. So now, talking back, I'm talking to. Let me share. I don't know why it's not going. Okay, so talking back or going back to schooling in Bahrain, or for children or for adults, Now, I will not really advise my African brothers to bring their kids here for them to school if you know you don't have the resources to take care of it. It's better for them to stay back home and school back, because back home we will have cheaper schools, we have dormitory schools and so on. But schooling here, there's advantage and there are advantages and disadvantages. Just like in every aspect of life, there are advantages and disadvantages. Now with schooling, I'll put a lot of emphasis for my African brothers and sisters. Like I said, if you know you don't possess this quality, you don't have the money to, you know, continue with your child's school, because the tuition fee is going to be expensive. Hi Joshua, thank you for joining my live. If you know you don't have the money to, you know, send your kids to school in the Gulf or in Bahrain, don't do it. Send your child back home, you know, maybe to a dormitory school, and they will take care of them. But most of the people who come here, they want to do maybe a crash course, you know, some courses that they think is cheap. They do these courses, so, you know, they want to get a better job. That's good. But if you're leaving your home country, see, if you want to travel and come to the Gulf in general, if you want to come to, if you're an African like me and you want to come to the Gulf, you want to come to Bahrain to school, you're going to need to spend a lot of money. You'll be needing a lot of money to do that, cost housing and everything. So if you want to travel to hustle, stay back home, get your degree, go to school, your 3 years or your 4 years, depending on the program you're doing, get your education, finish there, then you can travel. But if you're living there, you come to school here and you don't have that resources, because one of the advantage of schooling in, you know, these European countries, Schengen countries, is that after schooling, you know, after some years, you are able to get their nationality. And when you get your nationality, you know, you become a citizen in that country. You can get their passports and so on. There's a lot of advantage that comes. The package of schooling there, the school might be expensive and so on, but the package is there. It's advantageous. But for you who is traveling here or coming here because you want to come and school here, I'm not going to advise anybody. Thank you, uncle. So if you're planning to come here to school, then on my part, I'm not going to advise you. If you don't have the resources, stay back home, do your schooling, unless you want to come and do like online crash program, because there are online crash programs that you can come and do here. You know, maybe you want to do nursing program, there's so many online programs that you can do, but I'll stand against it that you're leaving home to come and study here. If you're leaving home, you're leaving to come and hustle. You're not come to give, you're come to take, you're come to hustle so you can take back home and make it better for yourself, right? And then, like I said, to the aspect of children, schools are very expensive for kids. So, you know, let's say in the beginning or the first year of their child's school, it's good that the children go back home or they stay home and do. But some people have their kids here, like they get married and have their kids here and then they send them to school. That's for people who have their money. That's for people who can take care of their family, people who can take care of themselves. But if you know that you are this kind of an individual who is moving from hand to mouth, don't bother. Okay? So don't think that, like, I was having a debate with one of these guys. He told me that he's here in Bahrain. He has 2 kids and they're schooling here, but it's not really easy for him. Then I'm like, okay, you have 2 kids. It's not easy for you. Why are they schooling here? He said because there's nobody home to take care of them, and he prefers that the children stay here. First thing is that this guy has money, because if you can send your 2 kids to school here and you're complaining that no, back home you have money, because you're not going to tell me you don't have any relative back home. You're not going to tell me maybe you don't have very close friends back home. Maybe some people actually, you know, they have such scenarios where they don't have really close friends or close, but you must have one person back home that you say, okay, can watch over my child while I'm here, because you're sending them to school and taking care of them. Hand to mouth now. Hand to mouth is like you take salary today and it's finished. There's no saving, you know. You don't save. That's what I mean by hand to mouth. Because if you're not moving hand to mouth, means you can save. You can be moving with 10 BD and put it somewhere in my small jangi, your small coffers, something you can be saving. But in this type of case, this person is not saving. You understand, Kapi? This person is not saving. This person is just literally, how can I say? This person is just spending here. All the money is coming back here. Most of the people who do this are the Filipinos. You know, they're one of the people who earn the highest salaries here. Like, when we talk about expatriate, they earn high because the money remains here. For Africans, our brains are so sharp. You understand? Hi Derek, thank you for joining my live. For Africans, our heads, we're thinking twice, because first thing we always think that, okay, what if one day they have to send us back to our home country? How are we going to do? So we need to save up for that, or we need to, you know, invest back home. So if we go back home, we'll not be how can I say, we will not, they will not say, oh, this one has gone, she did not do anything with the money and so on. But you were taking care of your kids, you were paying their school fees here in Bahrain or in the Gulf. So if you know that you don't have these criterions, or you don't have this money or these resources for you to take care of your child here in the Gulf, then I will tell you that it's better that your kids should school back home and not here. You understand? That's the advice I'll bring to a lot of people. Because somebody said, no, I'll prefer to bring my child here. Yes, you have the resource. You have the resource to do that. So it's okay. You can go ahead. But if you don't have the resource, don't venture. Don't venture into it. Don't try it. Better send them back home. Let them do it. Let the school there. They will not die. Abi? So this is the little thing I wanted to talk about. Schooling in the Gulf. Schooling in Bahrain. You as an expatriate, you're coming here to school. The advantage is, well, you're going to go to school. That's the advantage. But there's no gain. There will be no gain for you as an African. You're not going to get a nationality. And even if you want to get a nationality, like I said in my previous videos, it takes years for you to get a nationality. And you will need to have a lot of investment. You need to have money before you can, you know, you can get this you can get a nationality. So don't think that, okay, my children will go to school, maybe after 10-20 years of studying here, they're going to get a nationality. It doesn't work that way. If that is your ideology, if that's what you think, that's okay, I'm going to use this method so my kids will go to school, my kids will get their nationality, you know, my kids will speak Arabic and so on. If that's your thoughts, remove it from your head. Thank you, Auntie. That if that's what you think, or if that's, you know, what you have been thinking, they'll move it from your head. Bring them to Africa, let them school. Of course, in Africa, maybe our ways or our educational system is not that strong, but I believe that we have schools that really teach good back home. So in the first, while you're hustling, send them home, let them school. The only gain is to be, it will be easier to obtain the admission to a foreign university. Okay, my aunt said one of the gains that she think schooling here in the Gulf is that you will have easier way to obtain admission to a foreign university. That's if you have the fund. Okay, I'll also say that back home, like, you know, going to a foreign university, the most important thing is that fund is for you to get that money. Because there are people who are back home, they also have, you know, the funds. They are able to send their kids like to UK. I have a friend of mine who is schooling in UK. She told me that her school fees, no, before the money and everything spending to go to UK, she spent 10 million plus to go there. But I believe that you somebody who has been schooling here, for you to go there, they'll be like, okay, this child has schooled there, they know the system of education has been easy on their part, and okay, let's allow them to come. The money is there. They have schooled, they have knowledge about this, they have a particular thing that they do. Okay, another advantage that I'm going to talk about is aspects on specialty. Aspect on specialty, like, you know, schooling here, you're going to be specialized on a particular thing. Back home, like, let's say for us in Form 5, we do 12 subjects, we do 8 subjects, 12 subjects, you know. But here, I think that they have a specialty, like if you're doing art, you're going to do art, you're going to do this number of subjects that you're going to concentrate there, right? Hi Otam, hi, thank you for joining my live. So I think that you have a specialty. For us, specialties, you start having specialties, I think, at the higher education, like opposite, you start having that specialty. But here, children can start choosing which subject, what they want to do and so on, then they concentrate on that part. So that's another advantage to them. So don't think about it if you don't have the funds. If you don't have the funds, don't say, okay, I'm going to get married to my wife, bring her here, or my husband and I will stay here, have our kids and send them to schools here in the Gulf. If you don't have the fund, don't bother about it. Hi Lucy, thank you for joining my live. If you don't have the funds, don't bother about it. So do you have any questions for me before I step down to this? I really wanted to talk about this aspect of school, because I think a lot of us are backward when it comes to this, thinking that you bring your kids here, like let's say in the UK, I'm giving an example. Let's say in the UK, you're there with your child, and the child is schooling, you know, after some years, this child will get their nationality. This child will get their passport. But yeah, even if it's after 30 years that you're schooling, once you don't have the things that build up or can make you get this nationality, you will not be able to get it. If that's your dream, if that's what you think, that my kids will school here and then after they're going to get their nationality, they're going to get the passports, maybe that's going to happen after 100 years. But in this era that we are seeing, the possibility is so slim to get it through school. Through school in the Gulf or in Bahrain, the possibilities are very slim. So yes, guys, if you have any questions for me, please leave it down in the comment section before I leave. I wanted my live today to be very brief and just talk about this aspect of schooling to my expatriate brothers and sisters, to know that, you know, bringing your child here is an advantage. It's good if you have the funds. Education here is not that difficult like back home. Yeah, they have all the resources to make education easier than back home, but again, education back home is good. Okay, thank you so much, uncle, for this comment. So he said that education here is very easy, you know, the resources, this is advantage that here is not difficult like back home, because you have all the necessary resources you need to make it easier. Well, back home education is very strict, I think so, because I don't think here you're going to beat up somebody's child. They will lock you up. I don't think here you can beat somebody's child. This is one of the advantage, because back home they whip you for coming late, they whip you for not wearing the right socks, they are going to whip you for broken English, they whip you for not doing your assignment. But anyway, I also think that here also education, the kids will become very naughty because they are not beating them. Africa, we use whip to balance everybody's brain. Like, your brain must be balanced. For example, you go to government school, like government schools, I think back home, government schools are one of the most strict places to study, because you have all these discipline masters who, especially if there is one who doesn't really like you, you focus on you and make sure that you must pass or you must be a good student. You must be a good student. So that's another aspect. This is another aspect that he just mentioned, that schooling here or schooling in the Gulf, everything is so easy because they have all the resources and they make the educational system very easy here. But back home, when I was in my primary section, I was even peeling egusi for my teacher, for my secondary school teacher. No, my primary school teacher. We used to peel egusi for her. Like, she does everything here with us. Don't try to touch someone's child here. That's deportation, straight to jail. Yeah, you see. So schooling here for in the Gulf, and you as an expatriate, you're schooling here, they are never going to correct you. They will shout, maybe, and some kids, even, you don't need to shout, you don't need to raise your voice too much on them. Like, they will report you and they can even fire you in the school. So schooling here, there is advantage and disadvantage. Just like my aunt said, that if you try and touch somebody's child here, Ali, one way back to Cameroon, or one way back to jail, or they'll send you, either they deport you or they send you to jail. So even the just learn, I don't come in finally. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining my live. So I think the kids will become naughty because they don't have the proper, you know, way of studies. I'm not going to say proper, well, because back home, like I said, we have a way that our teachers are going to take on us like our parents. The teachers back home are literally acting like our parents in school. Because if you do anything wrong, they always have their whips to straighten you, to fix you. But here, you're not going to have that privilege. You will not even know that this type of thing. Like, if if any child from the Gulf or from Bahrain come to Cameroon and study, you'll be like, oh, they're maltreating us and so on. But for us, we're already used to that. This is our educational system. They have to beat us. You know, everything for us is normal. It's Africa. But if you try it here, if you know that you're not patient, let's talk about it globally when it comes to schooling. If you're not a patient person, you don't have passion, you don't have compassion, don't even bother or don't even think about going to teach. Because there's a time that, you know, kids will be doing things that will be boiling your stomach. They'll be boiling. You'll be like, hey, I need to whip, but you cannot do this. I need to shout, I need to stink, I need to slap, but you cannot do all these things because you're in a different man's country. You're not in your home country. You cannot do this to a Bahraini child. You cannot do this to a child in the Gulf. You'll be sent back home. So if you don't possess these qualities, don't bother. Don't bother going. Just go and look for something else. Go and look for another job. Maybe a receptionist, maybe call center, any other thing. So schooling in general, teaching and learning here is there's advantage. It's easy, and there's a disadvantage because you're not going to get, you know, the nationality. Another disadvantage is the kids will become naughty because that whip would always balance it up. Oh my god, I've been here for 20 minutes. Wow, time runs so fast. Thank you all for watching my live. I'm really happy for you all who have taken their time to at least that 1 minute of your time, because time is very precious. If you took that 1 minute of your time to say, okay, let me listen to what Nessa is talking, I'm super grateful. I'm really happy. And yes, this is the aspects, this is what I wanted to talk about: schooling or teaching in the Gulf. My topic today was supposed to be schooling and teaching in the Gulf, but schooling in general, you know, it glances to everything. It corrupts everything. Teaching, if you don't have passion, if you don't have patience, if you're not this friendly person, because you need to play with them, you need to be friendly with them, because I think being friendly with them is a way that they will give you that respect. Because if you're angry with them, you know, you become so close to them, and then you get upset. They'll be like, wait, why is Matisha upset, and why is everything, you know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, Auntie. So this is just what I want to talk about today. Schooling, it has its advantage and disadvantage, but from my own personal view, I'm not going to advise a lot of Africans who don't have the funds or who don't have the means to bring your kids here in the Gulf or in Bahrain to study. If you have the funds, fine, but if you don't have, don't come and put stress on your own self, because you'll be stressed on you and also on the kids or on the child, because maybe one, they'll not be going to school, or they'll not be getting all the necessary things that they are requiring, because every day they'll be asking, there's this activity in school, we need to buy this. If you don't have the fund, allow your children to go back home, to school, home, okay? Because in as much as, even if it is bad, your child will always get a school. Back home schools are very cheap. You're going to get everything, and you still get, well, you still get educated. You'll be able to speak good English, right? Understand? That's the necessary things we need, yeah? Because right now, your level of education does not really matter. What matters is what you can do in the society. If you like, you go to school. So many people are here with their degrees, but still they are doing, you know, unskilled job, and they are getting their money. So this is what I wanted to say, or this is the topic of today. So thank you all for watching. I'll be live again tomorrow, same time, same place. If you have any questions for me before leaving or stepping out for my life, you can leave it down in the comment section. Let me answer. I'll leave the table, open the table out or the floor for 2 minutes. Then after, if I don't have any questions, then I can step down and prepare myself for work. Okay guys, so thank you all. Hi, baby, will not leave me. Who asked me to play this one here? So this is it for it. I'll leave 2 minutes out here for any comments or any questions regarding schooling in the Gulf or schooling in Bahrain, and then I will answer you. If I don't have any questions, then I have to go and prepare another interesting or educative topic for tomorrow, because like I said, this Ramadan I'm going live. The whole of this Ramadan I have a lot of time to go live, so I can be coming live 20-30 minutes. It's not bad for a day to talk with my viewers one-on-one. I cannot go live too much on TikTok because at the moment it's not beneficial to me. In as much as I'm educating people, you know, I cannot give out all the things. I cannot spell it out all. Hi, Inspired Nation. Thank you. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're watching, depending on your timing. You're welcome to my life. I was talking about schooling in Bahrain. Like I earlier said, I talk and I, you know, educate people about Bahrain, because a lot of people want to come here, maybe live here, spend time with your family, or even make up a family here. So I said that in Bahrain, if you don't have the funds, don't bother bringing your kids to come at school, because schools are expensive, and in as much as you're going to have a good education system, easy education system, you know, the resource and everything, one of the disadvantages, one, your child may become naughty because you don't have the whip to straighten them. And the second thing is that the funds, you will not get the child will not even get the nationality, because people, or some people, will travel to European countries so their kids will go to school, and at the end of the day they become citizens of that country. But that's not the case here. Here you need a lot of things. You need to be an investor, you need to stay here for long. For some ladies, you even need to convert into the Muslim community before you can get the nationality. So I need to step down. I already put my 2 minutes and it's time, so I need to prepare for my work, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you all for watching. God bless you all. Bye bye.